You go do what you have to do. I'll be okay.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Charge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
Systems orbiting in my head.
We should probably talk. There you are. I was wondering when he'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. They sure won't. They have to catch me first.
It's true. You're one of the toughest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Dad's just trying to take care of you as best he can, without leaving you here at the lodge all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
Trust me, kiddo. You've got a dad who loves you very much, and that's a really big deal.
Exactly. And this is the perfect place to begin your education.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then.
I don't like the idea. Have you? I don't mean to pressure you, but my work really does depend on getting a sample of... Had I not explained that? Perhaps I wasn't clear. I have been rather agitated lately. Thanks to the large sample size, I can run simulations to, hopefully, our friend here. If we don't succeed with this last effort, we may have no choice. But I am not ready to give up just yet. Hard to say. As I mentioned, I have no personal knowledge of this woman who runs the museum. I did take it upon myself to send correspondence explaining our predicament, but there has been no response. I do hope she will appreciate our situation. Nor would I expect you to. I would simply ask,
has their face off with the UC, spacers, and leading an assault on Baruch Village. Although far-fetched, the book's already gained quite the following in the Freestar Collective, and more than its share of controversy. One critic said, mechs are banned by the Armistice because of their unconscionable destructive power. It's not only disrespectful to the many families lost during the Colony War, it's also dangerous. Dangerous or
Mark
not,
my
rumor
words.
has it that at least
Someday,
two movies
I'll be
reviewed
running the
are
Office
in a
of
bidding war
Interstellar
for the
Affairs.
rights to the book.
The Colony War Memorial is actually quite lovely, in a solemn sort of way. I don't mind at all. Go ahead. I've been giving that a lot of thought. I'm going to suggest she stay at the lodge, but I don't want her to think that I'm forcing her to follow in my footsteps. At the very least, it should give her a safe place from which she can adjust to her new way of life. It had to be blind luck. The shuttle had almost zero propulsion and no defensive shielding. It would have taken a hell of a pilot to land the ship without it breaking into a million pieces. Sure, glad. I should start charging for my services. You can't get rid of me that easily. The Colony War Memorial is actually quite lovely, in a solemn. If you think it will help, then feel free. If you'll just bear with me, I promise I'll explain everything.
I want to learn how to play an instrument.
Look at this. All these people, their entire lives distilled down to names on a memorial. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name. I am proud. I was simply too foolish to realize it until you changed my perspective. And I care about you too. There's obviously some kind of a connection between us that I think we need to discuss. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall, so we can talk in private. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
know your type. A freewheeling space ace. You didn't hear this from me? Or those ecliptic mercenaries? Faction.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at
Another day, another shift.
Everything good?
It's not much further. I think you'll want to hear what I have to say after we arrive at the... If you'll just bear with me, I promise It's not much further. I think you'll want to hear what I have to say after we arrive at the waterfall. If you'll just bear with me, I promise I'll explain everything. It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. I know you are. Just give me a moment. I have a lot I need to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Maybe. But for how long? I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. I suppose. Well, if that's true, this challenge is wearing me down. Yeah, sure. And who wants to take on that responsibility? You? Wait a moment. That's exactly what you're saying, isn't it? You have no idea how relieved I am to hear you say that. To be honest, I was afraid this conversation was going to wind up with you storming away. I'm glad I was wrong. Until now, I never realized that having someone like you by my side could make me feel at peace. And I never want that feeling to end. When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while.
I need to borrow your ship this week. Is that okay?
People joke, sailors never.
Do you need me for something?
Hey there.
This world has all the essential building blocks to support life. I'll try not to be a backseat driver. everything in our path. You picked the wrong fight. Whoa, where did they go? Cowards.
Company policy is to assist non... This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in... It's our company's policy. Us friendlies have got a safe travel, stranger.
I wonder if it's always looked like this.